Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Kiger, and up here today with part 5 of the PlayStation 2 collection. Um, Health-wise, I feel a bit better today. Um, I do look a little bit better. I still managed to go to sleep okay last night. I didn't wake up during the night. Woke up quite early, of course. A bit pissed off because we woke up this morning and the internet was down. Virgin told us that there was a fault and it was going to be fixed by 4 o'clock. It's now 10 o'clock, but they fixed it about 9 o'clock. So I can't fault Virgin for how quickly they fixed the problem. So I can't complain too much there. Like I said, I do feel a little bit better. I've still got a bit of a I don't need to go into too many details, but I haven't been sick or anything anymore. I did phone 111 last night because I was a bit worried after I took these anti-sickness tablets. I was a bit worried about it. They told me no, that's not what they'll do to you, unfortunately. So if you don't want to take them, then don't take them. He just said, you know, this is the sort of things you need to be worried about. Said that the 2 bob bits, we'll call it for now, can last up to 7 days, unfortunately. And I've looked on the NHS and it says that's how long it's going to take. But the fact that I haven't been sick again, I take that as a thing. And the fact that I can talk to you guys here and I'm not feeling too bad. I'm going to try and play my PS4 after this. And if I can play my PS4, then I feel like I'm better, because the other day I couldn't do it at all. I still feel a bit tired and stuff. I was a bit worried because I fell back to sleep. But I think it's because I'm still quite tired. But if there's one thing that being ill does do, you end up watching quite a few TV shows. I've watched quite a few episodes of that Avengers Assemble TV show. Nearly finished the entire 2nd season over the last couple of days. My neck's quite stiff. It's not my neck, it's actually my shoulders. But I think that's just from where I've been sort of stood up. And this morning when I was like that, I know what to keep an eye on, and obviously if I get worse, then obviously I'll hopefully we don't want to think like that. So I'm able to drink and stuff without feeling sick after drinking, and I've had a bit to eat this morning. But just a little health update. So hopefully we should be on the repair. My partner wants me better by Monday, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, let's just go straight into it. My voice does sound a little bit thing, but I think that's just because of where I've been tired and I've had the sickness over the last couple of days, kind of thing. Then we have Wipeout Fusion. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a big fan of the Wipeout games. They're fun games, but I've never really been a huge fan of them. Then we have X-Men Legends 1 and 2. These are awesome games. They're like Marvel Ultimate Alliance games. If you've ever played those games, like the top-down beat-em-up RPG type games, they're really fun actually. I highly recommend both of these games. Mostly X-Men characters, but there are some like unlockable characters from other Marvel universes stuff in there. Then we have Vampire Knight, another Sega Namco G-Con game, of course. This one's based around like vampires and stuff. We didn't get House of the Dead on the PS2, we got Vampire Knight, but this looks kind of cool. Unfortunately, I don't have an old CRTV. But there actually was someone making in the US, I seen it on Metal Jesus video, a light gun that you can use on an LCD TV. But it was only PC and MAME and stuff. But I still think it's a cool concept, and I'd like to see them do this. If that's something that they could do with the PS2 maybe and stuff, maybe, who knows. SmackDown versus Raw 2007, 2008 together there. Again, I also have 2006, so there's 2006, 7 and 8. Again, grew up with these games. I used to buy the wrestling games every year. I ain't gonna lie, the new one does look pretty good. It seems like they fixed a lot of the problems, but because I haven't watched WWE in such a long time, it doesn't really apply to me. I do want to get back into WWE at some point. WWE Network has the Raw and SmackDown a month behind, but I'm more into AEW at the moment. Then we have the Simpsons skateboarding. The games that could have been really good. Unfortunately, it was terrible. They should have just did what they did with the Disney skateboarding game and gave the rights to Neversoft. Although the Disney skating game wasn't that amazing, it definitely was better than this game, unfortunately. You know, with an idea of Bart Simpson skateboarding, seemed like a great idea. It isn't a good game, unfortunately. Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, however, it has an SSX tour and a promo disc for Monster Hunter, a demo disc for Monster Hunter. This was just something that was in a bundle that I brought from someone a long time ago. I sold my Devil May Cries and my Onimushas a couple days ago, because I needed some money. WWE Crush Hour, kind of a cool one, kind of like if you've ever played like Monster Jam or Twisted Metal, but with WWE themed cars and characters. Back when WWE games used to be something different. World War II Soldier. I'm not going to lie, this game looks, just from the screenshots, it looks awful. But it might surprise me. Zoo Puzzle. This looked like one of those old puzzle games where you would tap the little creatures on the screen and you'd have to make them jump out. That's kind of what it looks like. True Crime Streets of LA. I remember as a kid, I absolutely loved this game. Going back and playing it today, it doesn't hold up very well, unfortunately. The controls and the graphics and all of that are really... It's pushing, it's not that great, but as a kid I loved it. Of course, Sleeping Dogs, in my opinion, was kind of like an unofficial sequel to this game because of the martial arts type thing going on in that game. Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, the only Harvest Moon that was released on PlayStation 2. Of course, the new Harvest Moons have been released on PS4, but of course, I remember playing the GameCube version, and this is the special edition. I don't know what's so special about it. I think maybe there's some extra content in this version that wasn't on the GameCube version, I think. Auto Modelista. This has gone up in price, but when I took it to CEX, they wouldn't take it. They said there was scratches and stuff on the disc. So I need to test it, and if it works properly, then obviously I can try and sell it on eBay. It's a cel-shaded racing game. Looks kind of fun, but I've heard it's kind of not as good as what people wanted it to be. Theme Park World, port from the PC game. I remember loving Roller Coaster Tycoon and stuff as a kid. I think I played this one as a kid and I thought it was pretty good. As good as a roller coaster type game can be on a PS2. My favourite Tony Hawk game of all time, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. Many hours as a kid on this one. Played this as a kid. I loved the zoo level, the multiplayer, just messing around with my friends and my brothers, and yeah, I really enjoyed the old Tony Hawk games. Underground 2. The Tony Hawk games are still pretty cheap. There is another version of this game which is actually more expensive, but yeah, this one was pretty fun as well. Of course, Bam Margera in this one, of course. Then we have Avatar: Legend of Aang, one of the Avatar games. Timesplit is Future Perfect, my favourite game of all time. Part of me was tempted to sell this because I've got a digital copy on the Xbox, but I'm going to keep it because it's my favourite game of all time, and I know if I sold it I'd only regret it later on. It's about a £5 to £10 game now. It's gone up in price a little bit, but I think because it's now available digital on the Xbox, I don't think it will go up too much. Airblade, I really wanted to enjoy this game. Unfortunately, it doesn't hold up very well, in my opinion. It was a fun game as a kid, but it doesn't hold up very well. But I don't think this is the official case because this has a WWE SmackDown and a WWE logo there. So I don't think this... outer shell was the right case. I don't know where I got that from. See it something. Batman Vengeance. I did not like this game at all. I couldn't get into it. I'm going to put this one up for sale, I think. I actually played it for about 20 minutes, and then there was a part I couldn't do, and yeah, it's a shame really, because it looks like a fun game. Timesplit 2. Again, I played a lot of Timesplit 2 as a kid. I actually played this more on the GameCube. Still, I love the Timesplit series, and let me know in the comments below, do you think Timesplit is coming back? I think it will. Then we have Extreme Express. It's a racing game with trains. I really want to try this out, because I really want to see how it works, because if it's all based on one rail, it'll be interesting to see how it works. Will it be like the old slot car type thing? Then we have Tom and Jerry War of the Whiskers. It's surprising there weren't actually a lot of Tom and Jerry games released. This one's kind of like if you play something like Power Stone or something like that, it's like a fighting game in sort of like that sort of type of thing. I think like Power Stone, or one of them arena type fighting games, battle games. BMX Triple X. I remember playing this as a kid, and I remember playing it with my brother. There was a mode where you could, one person had guns and the other person had to go on their bike and do tricks, and every time you shot them they'd lose their clothes. So this is basically like a BMX game with nudity. Why they decided that was a good idea, I don't know. Bad Boys 2, I could not get into this one at all. I'm probably going to put this one up for sale. The Sims 2, probably my favourite of the entire Sims universe. What I loved about The Sims 2 on the PlayStation, what I loved about The Sims on console is, especially the older ones, they were their own thing. They weren't just ports of the PC one like Sims 4 was. This one, you could control your character directly, so you could actually move them with the analog stick and move them around like you were just playing a third-person adventure game. And I really enjoy it, and there's story mode and all of this, and I really enjoyed that one, and I need to go back and play it actually. Sims 2 Castaway, kind of a cool idea, you know, Sims on an island, you know, survival type game. I played a little bit of it, and I thought it was pretty good. Then we have also The Sims Busting Out. I love the original Sims games. You know, I spent many hours playing these, and like I said, the console versions are their own thing. Same with the PC version was its own thing, the DS version, and so forth. XMen Next Dimension. It's a fighting game with X-Men. Seemed like it would be a good idea, but I remember playing it once with my friend, and I think it was this one that we played, and it wasn't that great. I'll have to give it another go. The Thing, a licensed game that is actually pretty decent. It's based on, obviously, the John Carpenter's The Thing. But what's cool about this game is it has like a survival element where you have to stay out of the cold for too long. You have to keep warm. Also, like your squad can start going insane. There's sanity meters and stuff like that. Fits the tone of the movie, of course. Lord of the Rings Return of the King, often considered to be the best Lord of the Rings game. I think this game was great for its time. It's still pretty fun to go back to and play, but it is a little bit, the controls need a bit of fine tuning. I'd love to see them do a updated version of it. Lord of the Rings The Third Age, it's basically like a Final Fantasy type game. It's basically you're following the main cast of the story, but you're following behind them, kind of thing. But it's an interesting one. The Sims 2 Pets. The only thing that I was disappointed with this game is it didn't have co-op. Every other Sims game had 2-player modes or 3-play modes. This one didn't. I don't know if Sims 2 Castaway. No, Sims 2 Castaway didn't either. The original Sims, again, I love these games. I'm definitely going to need to go back and play them. The original Warriors Orochi, I think I might have actually played through and beat this one. I'm going to check the price of this one, what this one's going for. SmackDown, Shut Your Mouth. The old wrestling games were a lot of fun. They're just they're just a lot of fun. SmackDown versus Raw 2009. I can't remember if it was this one or 2008. Had a really cool campaign mode, and you'd have to like manage your health, and you'd have to like do gym and manage your health and all of this. It was really interesting. Call of Duty World at War Final Fronts. It's funny because this was the last Call of Duty game on the PS2. It's like a dumbed down version of the Call of Duty World at War, but this was actually made by Rebellion. This version was made by Rebellion, so it weren't Treyarch, which is kind of an interesting one there. Time Crisis 2, classic, of course, arcade game. Urban Chaos. I played a little bit of this one. It's an okay game. It uses kind of an interesting concept. You can sort of be the good cop or the bad cop kind of thing. You can do the right things like tasing enemies and arresting them, or you can use their weapons against them. Wild Racing. I actually have 2 copies of this because one of them's in a different cover, because it was actually from a different company, so I don't know if there was a buyout or what. Then we have Alone in the Dark and New Nightmare. I don't really remember the Alone in the Dark games. I remember my older brother used to like them, if you're into survival horrors. Ford Racing 2 and 3. I can't believe there was like 4 or 5 Ford Racing games. It's unbelievable. If you want a racing game just with Ford cars, got plenty of choice. Path of Neo, Enter the Matrix. Many hours spent on this as a kid. I absolutely loved this game as a kid. Again, you go back and play it and you realise it don't hold up too well, but as a kid, you just didn't realise it. Probably my second favourite in the Sims games, The Herbs. I really enjoyed this game because you could just go around. It weren't just like your usual Sims in the house. You could go around these different like locations and have to do like little side quests and do little mini games and work and get money, and it was a really cool game. I'll probably do a full review on that if I already haven't. I can't remember if I have actually. TMNT. I played a bit of this. I was enjoying it. It's like a beat 'em up game, but my only problem with this is there's no save feature. At least you have to do a certain amount of missions before you can save it, which really pissed me off, especially if you haven't got a lot of time. The original Need for Speed Underground, classic, of course. Lego Football Mania. This actually wasn't made by TT Games. This was made by EA and Silicon Dreams. It's a Lego football game. Surprisingly fun, actually, in the vein of like Mario Strikers and stuff like that. Flushed Away, based on the Aardman movie. Flipnik. This is kind of an interesting one. It's like a pinball game but with a story. Forgotten Realms Demon Stone. I ain't gonna lie, this looks kind of interesting actually. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that game Hunted Demon Forge. Formula 1 2001. This is the limited edition pack version, which comes with a bonus DVD disc, and this was the Sony version of the game. Ford Street Racing. I did tell you there was a load of them. And then the last one is the original SmackDown vs. Raw. Probably my second favourite in the WWE games. So there we have it. Hopefully, guys, I'm going to put these ones up for sale. I'm going to check the prices on these ones. I was going to check the prices on everything, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through at some point when I'm feeling up for it, is get my laptop out and put them all up on my price charting and just leave them on price charting so I can be notified when stuff goes up, when it goes down, kind of thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and of course comment below. Let me know if there's anything here that's worth checking out and anything that's worth talking about. I'm gonna play some Lego Movie 2 video game now. I think I'm okay to play it. I'm going to try and play it for an hour or so, see how I go. If I'm up for it tonight, I might play a bit more tonight. But then I'm going to watch the first disc of the special Star Wars 4K Skywalker Saga special edition disc, because the last couple of nights I've just been putting on Faulty Towers and I've been falling asleep. So hopefully tonight I should be able to stay up a little bit more, but we'll see. Anyway guys, as always, subscribe if you haven't already and join the family. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Mad Tiger, and as always, have a nice day and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye bye.